What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Love and Rice Podcast with your host, Aunt Ma.
I'm your other host, Christina.
And if you guys have not subscribed to our podcast yet, make sure you do. We are on all podcast platforms: Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Google, iHeartRadio. We're also on YouTube, where a lot of you watch this podcast on, and we appreciate all the comments that you guys give us. On Spotify, if you can give us some ratings, that would be excelente. And we also are on TikTok and Instagram. And I don't even know if TikTok matters anymore because I just saw that
there's supposed to be a ban.
There's a ban? Yeah.
They've been trying to do that for years, and I don't know if it's going to happen or not.
What are we going to do, guys, if there's more apps getting banned?
They're just going to create more apps. I think there are already other apps that are coming out.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, so more social media, guys.
All right. So shout out to everyone who's been listening to the podcast. We are pretty close to 40 episodes in, which is insane.
Wow.
And I also want to mention that we just uploaded a vlog on our YouTube channel, and it was Leia losing her first tooth, and that was our 1000th video that we ever put out.
Wow.
Yeah. So we hit 1,000 videos on YouTube.
That's
guys.
crazy. I think that's the perfect video too for our 1000th video.
Yeah, it's crazy. If you guys have been watching all of our vlogs and everything from all the past years, I feel like YouTube's doing something a little weird now. Whenever we have the kids in the videos or on the thumbnail or it's about the kids, the comments are automatically shut off by YouTube. And it's a little weird that they do that. I get it, they're protecting the kids and things like that, and which is great. But at the same time, we love seeing your comments. So, from time to time, I got to turn the comments back on and then it automatically gets shut off. And I feel like YouTube is kind of shadow banning us a little bit,
It's
right?
been like that for a while, I think. And for some time, too, I remember people commenting and saying that they had notifications on, but they would never get the emails or the notifications letting them know that we've uploaded a new video.
So what do we do here?
I don't know. And it's kind of hard because, a lot of our videos and us doing this podcast too, we're not really showing the kids as much. It's just me and you. But even then, like, we're already kicked out of the algorithm and I don't know what to do to bring us back in.
All right. So I think we need some engagement help, guys. We need a lot more likes, some thumbs up from you guys. We need when comments are on to go ahead and comment so it can kind of put us back into this algorithm and out of this shadow ban thing, because that sucks. It's a lot of hard work putting into all of these podcasts and vlogs, and then when YouTube doesn't push it for us, it really hurts.
Yeah, and it doesn't make sense for us to continue to keep making these vlogs and planning all this content if YouTube's not even pushing us.
Yeah, and let us know also, maybe, they're shadow banning these family channels. Should we change our channel back to the Aunt and Christina channel?
Yeah, this
so
is
we don't
something
have that.
Yeah, I've talked about this before, and I don't know what it is, but I just feel like there's so many things about family channels and family vlogging and having kids shown on the internet now. That's like a huge thing. So
yeah. So, all right. Well, are you ready to get into this episode?
Let's do it.
Okay. So in this episode, I want to get things straightened out and clarified about certain holidays, such as Mother's Day. Is Mother's Day a holiday that the kids should celebrate their moms, or is it the husband celebrating how great of a mom their wife is?
I think it should be a combination of both. Like, mostly for the kids to celebrate it, but it's obviously having the dad facilitate activities, or like what we usually do, right? If it's Father's Day or Mother's Day, we'll have the kids draw out cards for each other and kind of do things like that, or help them to get gifts for you. But at the same time, I feel like it's also a good gesture to have your partner show you how much they appreciate everything that you're doing as a mom.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's weird, right? Because a lot of us, we all still have our moms, or most of us still have our moms around. And for the ones that don't, I'm sorry for this episode, but now that we're parents, it's like, what is more important? Is it celebrating our moms or celebrating you as a mom? Let me rephrase that. Is it us celebrating, like your mom, or us celebrating you? What's more important nowadays?
Well, that's kind of interesting because I've always grown up trying to celebrate my mom, and obviously before having my own kids, I'm like, oh yeah, like this is a holiday for my mom, right? But
Right.
then as time went by and as they get older, I feel like they don't care as much about celebrating Mother's Day. My mom specifically, I don't know about other moms. I feel like your mom appreciates it when we do something. But even then, I feel like it should be a shared holiday. So like whenever we are around your parents or my mom, like I'm always like, oh, what should we do for your mom? What should we do for
Yeah.
our moms, right? And then they'll always be like, well, what about you? We're celebrating you too. And I'm like, oh yeah, like I
Yeah.
forgot. So I don't know. I feel like it should be something that's shared together because we're all experiencing motherhood together.
I feel like most Asian parents, they don't care to celebrate the holidays like, Thanksgiving, Christmas, but yet they love Mother's Day. All
Yes.
all the, when you go like in the San Gabriel Valley, and there's so many restaurants, and on holidays they get so busy. And I think the busiest holiday for a Chinese restaurant is Mother's Day. Everyone's out to celebrate Mother's Day lunch or dinner,
Yeah.
but your Thanksgivings and Christmas, there's not that many people. So it's crazy that the Asians really like celebrating Mother's Day.
Yeah, because I feel like moms are pretty much the glue that holds the family together
Yeah.
all the time, you know? And yes, like being a parent, being a mom and a dad is great. Everyone contributes differently, right? But I feel like moms always take on the extra load of dealing with the kids, whether it's like the physical load or the mental load, because I've noticed this so many times with us. Like the kids, they'll always come to me when we're sleeping. They're always like, Mom, can you pass me my water? Mom, can you do this? Mom, I need a tissue. And then sometimes I'm so tired. I'm just like, Dad's right there too. He's right next to me. Like,
Yeah.
can you just ask him? You know?
Yeah. So, I mean, so moms go through so much hard work all the time. So, are you guys looking forward to Mother's Day?
We look forward to Mother's Day and we don't have to plan anything.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Do you
I
even
know-
know it's coming?
I know that it's
Are you like, oh, it's almost May, so it's going to be Mother's Day?
I'll know the month that it's in, and then I won't know exactly when Mother's Day is until like it'll pop up on the calendar or people start talking about it or something. But other than that, I'm not like, oh, it's not the same as like my birthday where I'm like, oh, Mother's Day is on this day. I
Yeah.
can't wait to celebrate, you know?
So, as a mom, what do you expect for Mother's Day?
I think it's nice for Mother's Day if the dad if he wants to plan things. I think it's more of just letting everything be hands off to the mom and letting
Yeah.
her kind of relax, have time away from the kids, whether the dad.
Oh, be away from the kids.
Yeah, a lot of
Really?
moms enjoy that. For me, I like being around the kids, but sometimes, like, depending on the mental state of the mom, like if I'm so stressed out, maybe I might hope for like a certificate to go to the spa or to go get my nails done or something, take a little break
Yeah.
to pamper myself while dad goes and does something with the kids.
Interesting. So, for Mother's Day, you don't want to be around anybody. You just want to be like, it's my day off.
Yeah, kind of like a day off,
Wow.
like a hall pass to
Okay.
being a parent.
Wow.
But I like being around the kids. Like I always do, no matter
Yeah.
what. But I feel like that's how a lot of moms are nowadays, where they just, it becomes so much and it's so overbearing. And you kind of get like out of touch a lot of the time because the kids are always like, touch, 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 touch. They always want you. They're hanging on you.
Yeah.
They're just so physically there with you, right? So you're just kind of like touched out, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. So like I remember that there was this one Father's Day that we had.
Yeah.
And so like our kids are so young, right? Like they can't go out to the store and buy a gift for you. They can't go online and buy a gift for you. As a dad, I have to, when you're doing something, like you're in the bathroom, you're taking a bath or whatever it is, I'm like, hey guys, let's make a Mother's Day card. I'm on my Target app. What should we get for mom? Or I'll pick them up from school and be like, hey, let's go to Target real quick and see if we can find mom a gift.
Yeah.
So it's actually a lot of work trying to
facilitate
right.
everything, right? Yeah.
And like you want the kids to understand, hey, there's a special day for mom. I want you to understand that we should look for a gift and the whole experience of that so they understand what giving is.
Right.
And what do you expect little kids to do? Like at what age do you expect the kids to start doing things on their own for you?
I don't know. I feel like you would have to help them for a long time because obviously they can't go anywhere on their own.
Yeah, but I think at this age, Leia's 6,
Right.
and she can probably, I can probably tell her, hey, it's Mother's Day, and she should figure out what to do for you, right? She should make you something.
Yeah. So I think maybe it's asking them what they would want to do. Leia specifically, I feel like she's able to. If you're like, okay, what kind of like what do you want to make for her? Do you want to make like breakfast for her in bed or something like that? As an example, she might have an idea. If you give them cards to make, you just give them paper. They'll just draw whatever they want to draw.
Would you like to have a mommy daughter day? Like you guys together go get some manicures and pedicures?
That would be cute, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also don't like going to the nail salons.
Why?
Because it takes so much time. Because I think as I became a mom, I'm like, I don't really like going to the salons anymore. I just do my nails at home because it takes so much time from something else that I could be doing.
Right.
Because a lot of the time you're just sitting there waiting, right? But if it were me going with Leia to the nail salon and getting manicures and pedicures together, like that would probably be the cutest thing because I know she would love it, and it's like sharing that experience and seeing how she would like responds to it. She would love that, actually. So that would make me want to go.
Okay, so I was bringing up Father's Day because every year I get the kids and I try to get them to do something for you.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you're like, oh, you don't need to have the kids buy me anything.
Right.
But it's really the experience for them to go do it and learn, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of teaching them a lesson. And, I feel the same way for Father's Day where it's like, I don't really want to do anything that day. I would just love for everything to be planned.
Yeah.
And I remember there was this one year, I don't know, maybe you were super busy, but the kids did nothing for me. And then you also did nothing for me. I'm like, dang. Father's Days aren't celebrated as much as it is Mother's Day. And that's fine because I get it, right? We don't, like you said, they don't bother me as much as they bother you.
Yeah.
So I can't expect much. But I guess,
maybe I was mad at you at that time.
But it's Father's Day.
Maybe you did something really bad that the only way I would not do something at all is probably because like we got in a really big argument or something, or you did something that really got me upset.
Well, all I remember was the whole day I was just like, we're really not going to do anything today, huh? And so the feeling of not celebrating it was kind of sad. I don't care to celebrate it, but just like when there's no efforts, I'm like, damn, that kind of sucks. So, as a mother for Mother's Day, it sounds like you guys are always expecting something, right? How do you feel on Mother's Day? Like, what are you expecting for the day besides taking a day off? Like, you want the kids to come in the room and have breakfast made for you and, things like that?
I don't know. I feel like I'm just so chill about things that I don't really expect too much, and I'm happy with whatever they do for me.
Yeah.
I think just appreciating anything that they do, and it's not so much of like, well, I wish they would make me breakfast in bed or something like that, because it doesn't matter for me. Like, I'd be fine going downstairs and you
just want them to acknowledge that it's Mother's Day.
Yeah. And I know the minimal thing that they would do is like make me a card, which I think is pretty cool anyway.
So do you expect a gift from the husband?
I don't expect it, but if I do get it, I'm like, oh, that's really cool.
Like, what are dads supposed to get moms for Mother's Day?
I don't know. I feel like a lot of the times it's like flowers and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But other than that,
I think that's like the best gift.
Yeah.
Right? It's just showing appreciation for being a mother.
Yeah.
I don't think it should be like buying you things that we would for a birthday or anniversary.
Yeah, because I think even trying to think back about like my efforts usually with the kids is that I would just have them make you like really cool cards. Do you remember that one year where I had them paint stuff and then they made Enzo made a fish out of his hand. Yeah. That like stuff like that I thought was pretty cool.
Would you rather do that with the kids for Mother's Day or have them surprise you with a finished product?
I'd rather they surprise me because I don't want to do anything with it. I don't want to put in the work for it. Because it takes time, and watching them and everything else and kind of like trying to show them what to do and stuff like that.
Right.
and then you have to wait for it to dry, and we're trying to hide it from you at one point. So I'm like, I'd rather just not have to deal with it.
The hardest thing with the kids is when we tell them like, hey, we gotta go get something for mommy or do something for mommy. I'm like, don't tell her, okay? And so the moment we buy something at a store for you, like a nice Mother's Day shirt, or they make you a card, they're like, mommy, I just finished making your card. Or like, we just came back from Target and got you something. And I'm like, wait, we just mentioned to not say anything. It's supposed to be a surprise and you got to hold on to it. So
and they're like, oh, but I want to tell her. And it'll just be so at random times too. Like I could just be coming downstairs from using the restroom. And then Leo will be like, Mom, we have something for you, but I can't tell you yet. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, right? So that's why the experience is so important, where it's like the whole festivity for the kids, they get to learn the patience, how to stay quiet when they need to, you know, like these are life lessons that they need to learn.
So I guess going back to Father's Day, right? I think for me, like I would have the kids do all the artsy stuff and make these like heartfelt cards for you. Yeah. And then I would try to find something as a gift, like from the three of us. But then would you appreciate it more if I did the same thing where I took them to the stores and let them pick out gifts for you from each of them?
I don't care what it is. I think I look forward to the kids doing something for me. I don't care much for my wife doing something for me for Father's Day. I feel like it's really just the kids celebrating me as a dad. So, you know, that's why I wanted to do this episode and really figure out what's more important, the kids celebrating you or the husband celebrating you.
I think it's just nice to be appreciated by
everybody. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So now that you feel this way,
are you? Is it going to be reciprocated now?
Yeah. Of course. Okay. I mean, haven't I?
Meaning you want to feel this way now because now you know my expectation
for Father's Day.
Yeah.
No.
Or you still don't mind?
No, I still don't mind. Okay. It just, you know, I mean, it'd be nice if you plan stuff and I don't have to think about anything like, oh, let's take you to lunch or let's take you to dinner, you know, or like that day I don't have. Yeah, I mean, I don't even care. You know, like it'd be nice if it was like that day I don't have to cook. But then I know for a lot of Father's Day, the fathers actually barbecue and they do all the work.
That's so true. Right? And then I would ask you all the time too. So that's another thing. Usually I would ask you, where do you want to go eat? What do you want to do? Is it something that you'd rather that we just plan?
I just want to spend time with the family.
Okay.
So it's like fathers, we work so hard every day, right? And then there's so many times when we're not working that we still are, you know, doing something. Yeah. Whether it's, you know, working in our office or whether it's we're fixing up the house or, you know, repairing something in the house, whatever it is, right? There's always something we got to do. We got to take care of the cars. There's so much for us with these responsibilities where we're away from the kids. Yeah. Right. So it's like that day, I just want to not have to take care of my responsibilities and be with the family.
Yeah, it's like a hall pass, right? I think it's the same thing. We just want to be able to relax and not have to think about anything or do anything.
Yeah. So I guess that's the difference between the moms and the dads, right? Like you need a break from the kids and just want to take it easy and you want to get pampered for the day. Yeah. And then for us, we're just like, damn, dude, we don't want to do anything in the house. We just want to
be with the kids
and my wife, you know?
Yeah.
And I just want everyone to be having a good time.
Okay. So even if we were to go to like McDonald's, for example, and had lunch.
Yeah. I'm fine with McDonald's. I love McDonald's.
I was just kidding. I don't do that, guys.
Yeah, I love McDonald's, guys. There's nothing wrong with it.
But every time we eat McDonald's, we're just sitting in the car because it's an on-the-go meal. That's more of like, oh, well, we got to run an errand. Okay, we don't have time to make anything. Let's just pick up McDonald's.
Yeah, there's sometimes when I'm not with you and I just get McDonald's myself.
I know.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Yeah. So now that you feel this way about Mother's Day, do you think grandparents feel the same way on Mother's Day? So I'm talking about in terms of not your mom waiting for Mother's Day festivities from you. I'm talking about the grandkids doing something for the grandparents.
I don't know.
Like, is it, you know, like we would always try to include something where it's like, like kids can make something for grandma, but it's, does grandma care?
I feel like they would care. I feel like they don't expect anything, but they would care. And then, if anything, I feel like our moms would appreciate gifts from us as the kids. And then maybe if there was like a small gesture of having the kids get maybe a little bit something for them too.
Yeah.
Now that the kids are older, and also because our parents, our moms are pretty much watching our kids now whenever we're in town.
You remember the saying that we spoke about in the last episode where you said that the moms who become grandmas and they don't want to care for the grandkids, it's because they're the ones who didn't want kids when they were growing up, right?
Right.
And so do you think them celebrating Mother's Day is more of a
like a task?
Yes.
I would say no, because
so they would still appreciate it and enjoy it.
Yeah, because maybe even at one point, if they didn't want kids, they still had the kids. They went through it. They still put in the work. They're still moms till this day, so they would definitely want to feel appreciated still.
I see. Because I'm confused with my mom. You know, like I'll tell my mom like, "Hey, dude, let's go on vacation with the kids."
Yeah.
You know, and she's like, "No, I don't want to go."
So I think with that, your mom, I can definitely tell that she likes to be celebrated, whether it's her birthday or Mother's Day, whatever it is, because even when it comes to other holidays, like she loves celebrating them.
Yeah.
Like whether it's our birthdays or Christmas and things like that, these are things that she gets really excited about. So when we're talking about going on trips with the kids, I feel like she doesn't want to do it because maybe she's too exhausted because of her age, right? So she's too tired to travel. And then at the same time, it's traveling, having to pack, and then being around the kids for however long. Like it might be too much of a mental load for her.
I mean, I even had to push my mom so hard to be like, come to the movies with me and the kids.
Yeah.
Just so you can experience in your lifetime, like I went to the movies with my grandkids. You know what I mean? Like that experience. And she was like, no, you guys go. You know, I'm like, what?
Yeah.
When are you ever going to get to watch a movie with the kids? You know?
I don't know.
So,
I'm not sure.
Like my dad he'll always be like, oh, let's go get a beach house somewhere. Let's go to Santa Barbara. Let's go, you know, where do you want to go? So he's always like down. And it's probably because he doesn't have to watch the kids, right?
Yeah.
But he's always willing to go somewhere to be with the family. And I think we just right now clarified what guys and what, you know, women want. It's totally different.
Yeah, it's the opposite.
Yeah, we just want to be with the family.
Yeah.
Because we're not with the family enough.
That makes sense.
Right? And it's not saying that, like, we are not with the family enough. We are. We're just, our mind is like,
it's usually somewhere else.
Yeah, we got all these other things to worry about.
Yeah. But while you're doing that, then the moms are like, there with the kids.
Right.
So that's
because you're taking care of the micro stuff where, like, you know, it's hands-on with the kids, and then the dads take care of the macros of like taking care of the family and the kids, where it's like, do we have enough money? Do we have these things fixed? Do we have this for the kids? So it's like more of the bigger things, and yours is more of yours are big too, but I said that wrong.
Yeah, I was like, I wouldn't say micro and macro in these terms, but I think you're thinking about bigger picture and the family as a whole. While like I was saying too, that the mom is basically the glue holding the family together by taking care of all of the little pieces that are within the family, while you're taking care of like the whole roof.
Right.
And shelter
so you're responsible of this small circle. Like if there's a circle and there's the kids all around it, you're responsible for that circle, and then I'm responsible for the big circle around everything.
You're responsible for the foundation of the family. So
that's I think why dads have a different mentality with stuff.
I'm glad you caught on that. I was like, macro and micro, what?
Yeah, I was trying to find the right words for it.
That is not it.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much.
So, man, all right. Well, Mother's Day is coming up in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And would you like to go on a trip?
I would love to. And I think that's what we were saying
even
in
though you
one of the past episodes too. Yeah, even though I want to kind of be away. Yeah. It's like when you go on trips, does it really feel like a vacation? It does, but it doesn't at the same time.
For a couple hours of the time we're there.
Yeah, because you're still dealing with the kids and you're worried about the kids and everything else. But I think it's more of like as they get older, you just kind of wing it. You go with the flow. Don't stress as much. And I think I've learned to do that. So yes, I would still want to take trips and go experience things with the kids and not like stress out as much about them I don't know, just being a little troublemaker sometimes.
So what do you want to do this year?
I have no idea. Well, Mother's Day, I don't even know what day it is.
It's always a Sunday.
It's
I
always
don't know.
a Sunday.
Mid Sunday of the month, something, or the third week of the month. I think it's usually the second or third week.
Okay.
The third, right?
The third.
No, maybe the second.
No, I think the third.
Because the third week is like Memorial Weekend or something.
Oh, well, that's usually on a Monday though. So actually,
yeah, but it's not Mother's Day Sunday, Memorial Monday.
That's how much I don't keep track of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Because see, I'm like putting my mom hat on again. It's like, oh, but the kids still have school. Like, what can we do? It's probably going to be their last week of school after that if it is the second week. So it's like, should we go anywhere?
There's so many families that do, just 2-day weekend trips.
Yeah.
Instead of 3 or 4 days.
Well, I mean, I guess that would be nice. Maybe doing like a little road trip somewhere or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to. You guys let us know where we can go. We're out here in Vegas. We still have so much to explore. I would love to go to Arizona. I would love to go to Utah. I would love to go to Colorado.
Like Salt Lake, if you wanted to go to Utah, it's very different compared to where we usually go in St. George.
What's in Salt Lake City?
Well, Salt Lake is more diverse. There's a lot of snow out there. It's much colder out there than it is in St. George.
How far is it from here?
It's from LA when we used to drive up there was 10 hours. So 6 hours.
I see.
6
Yeah,
hours.
I don't think I can do more than a 6-hour drive.
Yeah.
Imagine you. So when we go on our trips and I'm driving for 4 to 6 hours and you're the one that's dealing with the kids who keep asking questions nonstop.
Yeah.
And if we're doing that for a Mother's Day, you want to deal with the kids? You're like, damn, dude.
I know, because even when we're going to California too, I'm just like, I bring this book that I want. I have work that I need to do, but at the same time, I can't. And I'm like, you actually have it easy, even though you're driving the whole time. You're doing your own thing. You're driving, listening to your music. You're just paying attention on the road, right? And it's like, I'm sitting there like, Mom, I want this. Mom, give me this. Mom, can you do this? Oh, my book fell. Can you help me grab it? Oh, Ryu's hitting me with his tail. And I'm like, oh.
So that is why dads usually get minivans, because the minivans have TVs, they have things, and you don't get bothered,
True.
So you're the one who wants to be in a smaller car, no tablets, no TVs.
Yeah, I just don't want a van. Well,
I loved it when I was a kid because I get to watch TV and lay down on you pull the back seats into a bed type of thing.
That's true. I mean, that's really cool. But at the same time, we're older, and then we both grew up wearing glasses most of our lives, and Leia's vision is already getting bad. So that's why I try to minimize screen time. And
I don't know if scientifically watching TV and tablet stuff is really bad for your eyes. I just feel
it strains your eyes, though.
It does. It makes it work harder, but I feel like it's more of hereditary.
Maybe. I don't know.
Bro,
it could be a combination of both.
All of our grandmas and parents have glasses.
Yeah, but the weird thing too is that my mom, she used to have to wear glasses, and then now she doesn't. How does that happen? How does it go reverse? She just stopped and she didn't need it anymore.
Do eyes go from farsighted to nearsighted, and then when it meets in the middle, it's 20/20?
I have no idea, but that's just weird. My mom's a special.
That's interesting. All right, so I'm trying to get some ideas of what the kids can do for you for Mother's Day. What is something you used to do for your mom as a kid?
It was always the cards. It was always... I
feel like the cards, though, you read it, you appreciate it, and then it goes in the trash.
So it really depends on how much effort that they put into it. So I guess that's why I try to have the kids do more and do more extra things. Because sometimes they might get lazier and they just get a sheet of white paper and they fold it into 4s and then they just write stuff and draw it on it, right? I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to keep it because it's for Mother's Day. But at the same time, when they do extra stuff where it's more special, because back then when we used to make cards for our parents, like at school, right? They would teach you would get construction paper, you would get other construction paper, you'll cut things out, rip things out, make pictures out of it,
right?
And get super creative, add glitter and little patterns to stuff. So when you see that extra effort, then it's like, oh, it makes it worth keeping.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. You know, I mean, that sounds kind of horrible, but you know,
Yeah.
Because over time, when they keep making you cards and it's like not as much effort, then you're like, oh, well, okay, cool. You know,
What about, yeah, go ahead.
but that one year where I had to make these crazy painting cards for you.
Yeah.
And then I kept leaving it next to your bed or like next to your office. I'm like, what are you going to do with these? When are you going to put it up? And you're like, eh. I was like, really? Like, they worked so hard on it.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with it.
I would have to show you guys these, but I was just like,
I don't know what to do with them after, you know?
Yeah.
Just put it to the side and I don't know, put it in a memory box.
Yeah.
So what are some other things you did for your mom?
I think it was mostly that. It was like arts and crafts that you would just learn to do at school. Or it's like picking flowers, going with my dad to go get flowers somewhere. So then that would actually make my mom really happy because my dad was very old school and very old fashioned. He didn't show like no public displays of affection. He wasn't affectionate person. So when we would go with him and pick flowers, she saw the effort of him doing that and it made her so happy because we got her something, but our dad was a part of it too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What do you think about when you get like a cup with pictures of all the kids on it? Or
we did that for my mom.
Yeah, right. And it's like,
1 year.
I'm only asking because you're like, I want to be away from the kids. And then you get a gift with like pictures of the kids' faces on it.
No, that's cute though.
Okay.
You've given me a mug with like a baby picture of,
I know,
with Leia holding Enzo.
I'm just thinking about when the whole day the kids are bothering you and then every day you're drinking your coffee with a picture of the kids on the mug and you're like, damn it.
No, but it's like an unconditional. It's an unconditional love. Even though they drive you crazy, like you still love them so much.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't know. I mean, they're your kids. Like they drive me crazy, but I'm not looking at a picture and going, you mother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes I'll look at it and I'm like, oh, you're so cute, but you're such a brat. That's
Right.
as far as it goes. But
That's
I would
funny.
love that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, fellas, make sure for Mother's Day, you celebrate your wife being a great mother, even if she's not. You got to show her some appreciation.
And you know what it is? There might be extreme situations of moms not being great moms. Okay, I can't speak for that. But maybe your wives or whatever it is, they might not be happy because they don't feel appreciated, right? And maybe they feel like they're taking on so much, but there's no gestures like from the husband to show like, oh, well, I appreciate you and I appreciate everything that you're doing. So making sure that specifically for Mother's Day, like even if the expectation is not there, to just do something, take the load off of the mom, do something with the kids, give the mom a break, but like I think it's important to show some kind of gesture of appreciation. And that might change like her whole perspective of things, you know?
How do you feel about this? Because I love this experience when there's this 1 year and I said, hey, Leia, Enzo, let's go to Target and let's go look for a gift for mom.
Yeah.
And I let them use their freedom to pick whatever it was, right? And they picked up an outfit. You know,
yeah.
and so we started looking at clothes at Target, and I'm like, okay, which shirt do you like for mommy? And so Leia picked out this big old smiley face, and what did it say on it?
It said like be kind.
It said be kind.
Be
It's a
kind.
big smile, yellow emoji type face, and it was this green camo.
It was like a tie-dye kind of like a jogger suit.
And I was like, is that what you like? She's like, yes, I want to get that for mommy. And I'm like, dope, you know? And like, I know your reaction is going to be like, well, I don't know if you like it, but the kids love it. And so I thought it would be really funny that they gave that to you and that you would have to wear this all the time for them and stuff like. So what do you think about those?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I almost returned it.
Oh, really?
But
it's so funny.
It is funny, but I was just like, oh, it's so kiddish and I don't know if I would wear it because like, does it make me look immature if I wear something like this? But it grew on me, and I was like, you know what? Well, it's past the time to return it and stuff, so I'm just gonna keep it. And now, like, till this day, I still wear it. And every time Leia sees it, she's like, "Mom, I got that for you."
Right.
So I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it.
So it's more of like, making the kids happy. It's for the kids.
Yeah.
It's the gift is not really for you. It's for what they chose for you.
Yeah, but I do like to see how creative they can get and how they feel about me by seeing like what they pick for me.
Yeah.
Because I think even Enzo, he got me a shirt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it had a picture of a coffee, cute little coffee guy, and then it said like "Mama needs caffeine" or something like that.
Yeah.
And I think it's really cute. I should probably wear that again so he'll see it. But yeah, I mean, I appreciate those. If I really didn't like it, then I just might return it and they might forget about it. That's all.
All right. So we've learned that, any kind of effort from the kids and the husbands is the best gesture you can do for Mother's Day. And moms do look forward to it from what I'm getting on this.
Yeah.
And so we'll celebrate you more.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Mother's Day is very, very important. So celebrate all the moms, grandmas, or godmothers, aunts, sisters, whatever. Anyone who helps out with the kids, they are the mom figure, and they will love to be appreciated. So we'll catch you guys on the next episode of Love and Rice Podcast. Make sure to subscribe, follow, review, and rate us on Spotify. We're on all the podcast platforms and YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. So till next time, we'll see you on the Love and Rice Podcast.